What's happening, Wrestling Nation? Coach Kennelly here, and today I'm doing a new series, and this is going to be focusing on wrestling pretty much from the womb to the tomb. I'm going to go, so it's going to be taking me a lot of time, and I'll get more in depth on why I'm doing this series, but a short nutshell breakdown since we are at the very beginning. I have a young child, and he's autistic on the spectrum, and my daughter as well, so they're not able to fully comprehend yet everything, but I want them to have some guidelines and places to go if they're looking for wrestling. That'll be free of charge because I have helped many people, and I want to keep helping as many people as I can. And eventually I want my kids to be able to, because for whatever reason, my brain might go, my body might go, I might be expired. One thing we all share is that we're all going to die one day. Is I want this to be out there, I want it to be accessible, so this knowledge all just doesn't die with me. I can pass it on to whoever will utilize it, because I love YouTube and I do utilize a lot of other people's stuff out there, and I want to give back and not only be a taker from society. So you're a brand new wrestler and you're stepping on the mat. Where do you begin? And this could be anywhere from a child, whether you're like 4 to 8 years old, sign up for the first time, a teen, or an adult. Like maybe you want to do some mixed martial arts, maybe you want to do some jiu-jitsu, but work on your takedowns. Judo, who knows? Maybe you just want to wrestle, which is really cool. I think more adults should get into wrestling. I talk to some, they got the broken body, so I'm very grateful. I'm able to still get on the mats and do what I do, and I don't take that for granted every day. Gratitude is part of my daily core values that I preach as I go onto the mat. But we're not talking about me, we're talking about you. It's a brand new wrestler. They're on the mat. What do you do? In a perfect world, some prerequisites I would have them do before that 4 to 8-year-old starter range, or an adult if you get there, teen, is gymnastics and dancing. Dancing will help with your footwork. Everything starts from the feet, as we'll go later on. There's very few moves that you do while you're in the air. There's a few people that can pull them off. I'm not one of them, very rarely. I might get lucky. Broken clock is right twice a day type of deal. But for me, my feet need to be on the ground. And gymnastics just gives you body awareness. Knowing how to move your body in space before you start to move somebody else's is a very great skill. If you could do handsprings, cartwheels, walk on your hands. Just like you practice walking on your feet, practice walking on your hands a little bit each day. Jake Herbert told me it. It's an awesome trick every time you walk in the gym. If you're watching this, just try to get up on your handstand. The next time you get that mat space, keep moving and it will benefit you. I learned over time now I can walk across almost any gym I get into on my hands just as I would on my feet. So in the perfect world, that kid's coming in with gymnastics and some dance experience, but we take you how you get. And what I love about wrestling is it's an egalitarian sport. Anybody can do it. It doesn't take much. There's a wrestling mat next door with a bunch of kids. I could go grab them and I could wrestle right now. So with that, what are some barriers to entry? The first one is mats or mat space. So in order to wrestle, I know on some hard, I don't think concrete something, it's a wood, it's a tech school, so the floors are very hard. If I take somebody down, it's gonna hurt. You might even kill them on something like this. So you wanna have some mat space. In Russian, wrestling translates to carpet wrestling. So be creative. If you just got a house, move some stuff to the side, wrestle on the carpet, maybe put down a bed, maybe some couch cushions, something like that. Make it work. You can go outside on the grass if it's nice. I've taken kids to the beach and wrestling on the sand. Or if you don't have yourself a mat, try to see if there's another gym near you that if they wrestle, or if they don't, you could look for a martial arts gym, jiu-jitsu gym, gymnastics gym. A lot of these places have mats and have extra time in their schedules they'd be willing to utilize for a wrestling class or let you use it for some sort of training opportunity. So figure it out, make it work, but you need to get an area to do the activity in. Hopefully 10 by 10 or more, the bigger the better. The more space, the more areas you got to wrestle and work on your technique and do more fun stuff. If you have a small space, use that to your advantage. Get really good at wrestling in a phone booth, as we like to say. So mat space would be one barrier to entry, but we talked about some ways to make that work. Shoes. I'm going to find out why wrestlers wear shoes. I haven't figured out the origin, but there's a lot of donation places out there. Or you can just go barefoot until you figure it out. Once you get to a competition, if you're serious enough where you wrestle barefoot and you're with some sort of program, before you compete, somebody will find you a pair of shoes. Whether they're new shoes or not, leads to be determined, but find your way, ask. A closed mouth doesn't get fed, but you could go barefoot. The shoe is not a big barrier to entry. It's a luxury, not a necessity. A partner, also a luxury, not a necessity. I'll give you a little story about Jesse Porter, a Greco guy who did it just with a suplex dummy, training and made the U.S. Greco team. So maybe you don't have a dummy, but you might have a brother, sister, dog, cat, something you could wrestle around with. Couch cushion, make it work. Find something, those Adams dummies you can push, pull, get your reps in on the wall, things like that are great. Get creative. I've seen people take a shirt like a scarecrow stuff in it, make your own dummy. It won't be the top of the line suplex training gear, but you're gonna get something. You got your footwork drills on your own, so you got solo drills you could do. I could do down blocks, I could do stance in motion, I could even like hand fight touching some stuff on my own. Get creators, plenty of places out there to find stuff. This channel is a great resource. That's why I'm gonna add into this context. So don't let the partner hold you back. Again, that is a luxury, but not a necessity. And then content. So you found a place to wrestle. Maybe you found somebody to wrestle with. You got some shoes. You went to the Amazon, maybe your local store, you're set. Now, what do? So there's tons of free content out there. Like I said, that's why I'm building this page. YouTube has a ton available. Rudis, Rockfin, you gotta pay for. Flow Wrestling, or some ones I use. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe watch matches on Track Wrestling, UWW, if that's your type of thing. But go out there, the content is there, search it. It won't just, not gonna pop up on you. You do need some internet, a Starlink type setup, whatever you got on that. And then just put some ground rules. No punching, no kicking, no biting, no submissions. And start scrapping with your friend. Push and pull, try to grab a leg, see if they fall down. Try a sprawl, try to stuff that. What happens when they grab your leg? And have some fun with it. So the main thing is you want this person the first time on the mat, make that experience the best you can for them. Because if it's bad, they may never come back to wrestling. So the introduction is very important. There's very few barriers of entry, and what I love about wrestling. But the main thing you do is you got to find the way to fun, because wrestling is going to be hard, it's going to be very rewarding. Make it fun while you do it. There's plenty of ways to do within the process. Search for the resources, eliminate these barriers for entry, and get on the mat. Thank you for watching. It's peace and much love to you.